Here are some examples of great engineering. They seal so well that they're extremely affected by any kind of temperature change. And so right now it's cooled off a little bit and it's kind of sucked itself in. And I imagine if that kept up much longer, it would probably break the plastic. And there again you see gas leaking out of the safety cap. I mean, these things, it's like they've never actually used any of this stuff in real life, and they have ideas that just don't work in the real world. Like this one, you're supposed to push it in and it doesn't leak any gas at all. Even though there's no gas in it, it's still leaking gas until you press that down to open it, and then the gas is supposed to flow. Well, the problem is when this is warm and then expands, as soon as you do that, the gas shoots out of here full blast under pressure and spills all over the place. And this is another one that I get what they're going with. I think that you press this in and push forward there to open it and then pour, that you're not going to spill. The problem is this takes enough force that you're pushing on here and you're pulling on that neck and so forth, and 100% of the time it spills gas out of it. When you let go of this, there's still gas spills out. I'm surprised there's not any gas coming out right now, and this is an empty can. And you can see there, that's how much just dripped out of the spout. Ironically, the solution to the gas can problem is to convert them back to the old school design, which is just a spout and a vent. And so this one I've already retrofitted. You open up this vent as much as you want, even fully if you need to, and that allows the gas to flow more easily. And then your spout, it just has a little cap on the end, and you're ready to go. Nice, long, flexible. Can reach into a car if you need to refill a car. Can angle at different angles if you need to fill different items. This works. I hardly ever spill anything out of it, and I'm going to try to retrofit those other ones to see if they can work with it. So some of the cans are pretty easy to retrofit and others are not, but I like this style where you have the two handles, because you know, with 5 gallons in there, this thing's weighing somewhere over 30 pounds. I can't remember the exact amount. I know water is like 9 pounds a gallon, so 5 gallons would be 45 pounds. And that's not a real easy one-handed job, especially if you're trying to angle to get just the right flow. So having two-hand grip is definitely preferable, and not having to operate some sort of goofy mechanism on the spout. You saw the set that I got for the bigger can, and I got this set for the smaller cans. They have slightly shorter spouts, but there's more of them, and it was a little bit less expensive, so I figured if I'm retrofitting a bunch of smaller cans, I went with shorter spouts and less money. So I don't know if these will straight up retrofit. This thing is like overly engineered with this goofy like straw thing, and then, like I said, has that pressure release cap that's kind of difficult to operate when you're trying to do this one-handed, and then it's overly engineered with all this other stuff in here. So like when you're trying to fill this up at the gas station, usually gas is spewing back in your face because all this plastic crap in here blocks the flow. And then you've got this safety ring on here that's supposed to keep this from unthreading accidentally, but usually it's just more of a pain trying to operate it when you're needing to get this cap off. So the first question is, will either of these even thread onto here? They give you a yellow and a black. Looks like the yellow threads on there pretty tight. Let's see what the black does. The black does not even go on, so presumably this is all I need to do to fix the front of this. And now have a old school pouring, but I still need the vent in the back, and that's where these came in. So they give you a drill bit, a fishing tool, a little wrench if you needed it, and basically they show you drill a hole somewhere up high. Obviously you thread the drain on that special fishing tool, you fish it through. When it comes out the backside, you put the washer on it, tighten it down, and then you have a cap. So this is what they're talking about. You take off the vent cap, you have a nut, a washer, and a rubber washer. So you pull one of these off. So you have one rubber washer on, one off, and you fish that through the hole using this special tool, and when it lines up on the back side, then you'd replace rubber washer, metal washer, and finally the nut. So I'm going to put it right there. And you want to try to get the plastic that fell in out if you can. So with a little bit of engineering, you can remove this crap. I love how it says on here, fill without spills. I have never ever been able to fill this thing without it spilling out, because this crap blocks the flow of the gas in, and so it spits out. So this is going in the trash. And take your fancy tool, fish that all the way to the end and hold it there, and then you're going to have to fish this through and try to find the hole that you drilled. There we go. And then once you've got it, you can fish that piece through. Sometimes you'll get lucky and it'll pop out, otherwise you're going to have to pull this all the way through and kind of force it up there. But you see, it will eventually work its way there. I'm guessing if I had drilled this hole any higher, I would never get this thing fished in here. Alright, I got it to feed by putting a small screwdriver in there and kind of forcing up. But this one was the hardest one I've done, believe it or not. The others were pretty straightforward. So next thing we're going to do, fish the O-ring, and then the washer. And then the nut. And once you've got it fairly secure like that, then you can push this wire back out of your gas can. And because of the design of this can having this lip here and everything, this is giving me some fits, so I'm gonna have to fish something through here to grab it. Right, it took this to reach in there and grab it. Not a easy maneuver on this can. It's probably part of their safety engineering. They don't want you to retrofit anything, because God forbid that would work better than their stupid engineering. And just tighten up the nut. That should seal pretty well. And then like I said, put that back on, and the reason I'm not threading that down is I need to do the other can and transfer the gas from it to here. And then obviously when you're storing or transporting, you want that closed so it doesn't leak out the back, and open when you're flowing the fuel. So this should catch the plastic and still allow it to fill up. So it does have a cap for it. Interestingly, this is how much gas was left in here with the old safety spout. You see there's quite a bit of gas coming out. So with the safety spout, you couldn't get any of that out. So we caught plastic there. I'll be honest, I don't dislike this spout particularly. I mean, it's okay. It's just, let's see if we can demonstrate. It's not doing it now, but like I said, the last time I tried to use this to fill up the weed whacker, the gas spewed out under high pressure and spewed all over the place. That, I'm assuming, is their version of this, that you would drill a hole somewhere, pop that in, and then you'd have your vent cap that closes like that. Obviously these are not as secure as something like this, but if you're trying to do it on the cheap, obviously this set has everything you need, and that's going to be long enough to fill up most of your lawn equipment.